Okay.
Alright, so let me share my screen. Let's see. Okay. So I think this is the beginning. Alright, so I watched a video the other day, a training video about how to talk to potential distributors, and it's changed how I have been messaging the people I've been talking to. So basically, what you got to keep in mind is you're conducting an interview. Like, you want people on your team that are actually going to work, and you're not just trying to get people so you can fill in all the boxes on your chart. So you want quality over quantity. And you got to think to yourself, is this someone who I think would actually, get what I do, and they will work hard to sign customers and other distributors. So you want to kind of, like, conduct an interview to see if they even really understand what it is you do exactly, and if you think that they can actually do what we do. So there's three things that you really need to find out when you're talking to people about becoming a distributor before you ever even mention like what it costs to join or how to join or whatever. And the first thing you want to find out is, do they even know what direct sales or network marketing is? Because what I'm finding is I'm asking people the last couple of days, like, I have totally changed up how I've been talking to people. And when I ask them what direct sales is or direct or network marketing, they don't have any clue. Like, literally 9 out of 10 people that I ask, they're like, I don't have any idea what you're talking about. So what you got to do is educate them and make sure they understand this is not a get rich quick, scheme. And we actually build a business online. This is not, you don't jump in and a week later you're a millionaire. You're building your own team, your own business online. And our checks are a direct reflection of the work that we put in. And we continually grow and get better as time goes on. When you're first starting out, it might take you a little while to kind of catch on to what you even need to say to people to get them to join your team or to get them to buy your products. Some people have like a natural talent with it, and they jump in and they just take off. Well, but not everyone's like that. So they've got to understand, this is definitely a learning experience as you go. You're going to learn as you go and get better as you go. And basically, what network marketing or direct sales is that the company gives us the opportunity to earn the millions that they would normally pay some type of firm to, run ads for them. Like, a lot of these companies, these big name brands, when you go to Walmart, you see all the name brands that are in there. And when you turn on your TV, there's commercials playing all the time about all these name brands, like me and Michelle were just talking about, like macaroni and cheese. Kraft spends millions on advertisement to get people to go to the store and buy their macaroni and cheese. So what direct marketing is instead of the company giving all that money to some other company to advertise their products, they give it to us to advertise the products for them. So we are the ones doing the advertising. And I mean, the way you do that is you use the products and you share them online, and then people want to buy them. And people do this every single day without even realizing it. Every time that you share your favorite Starbucks drink on Facebook, or you're talking about your new favorite, whatever you just bought at some store on Facebook, and everybody's like, oh, where'd you get that from? You're already doing that, but you're not getting paid for it. So that's pretty much the concept of what direct marketing is and direct sales. Um, so if you ask them, what is direct, what do you know about direct marketing or direct sales? And, they're either going to say, they're, some people do have an idea of what it is, and they might even like name a company that they know or whatever. But a lot of people have no clue. So you want to make sure they understand what it is you do and, what kind of company you're a part of. So how I start a conversation with a distributor is, they've usually either voted on one of the polls that I've posted on Instagram or Facebook, or they've commented on a post that I've made on Facebook or Instagram, or I've directly messaged them and said, hey, have you seen this crazy deal we have going on right now? Would you be interested? So one way or another, I've gotten their attention and I've gotten them in my message box and I'm talking to them. Sorry, that video I watched the other day, she gave, this is one of the examples from it. Like, if you've done a poll on Instagram, if someone commented, they were or voted that they were interested, you just send them a message, and say, hey, thanks for the support on my poll. Would you be interested in making extra money on social media? And she also suggested getting their phone number so you can text them, because it's more personal and you can keep up with it a little better. But if you can get their phone number, there's also apps you can use that you can send out lots of messages at once to people. So like right now we have this big deal going on where you get the Fit 15 free in your kit. Like if you have that app, you could just pull it up and send every potential distributor that you have a text message and let them know about the deal you have going on. So if you can get them on your phone, try to. I have had some people that just like stub up and they like won't even respond, so I just keep talking to them, on Facebook Messenger or on Instagram or wherever they're at. But if you can get their phone number, and just shoot them a message and be like, hey, it's me from Instagram. We were just talking about making money from social media. How are you doing today? So you just want to kind of get the conversation started. Just simple, hey, how are you doing? Are you interested in making money on social media? Then you're going to ask them, like I said, the first thing you're going to start off with is, what do you know about network marketing or It Works Global outside of my posts? Now, I was sending that message exactly like, what do you know about network marketing or It Works Global outside of my posts, and people had no idea what I was talking about. I mean, I don't know like why people don't understand it, but it's not something a lot of people are very familiar with. It kind of blows your mind because, you're in it now and you understand like what's going on, and you just can't understand why other people don't know about this stuff, but they don't. That's what we're doing, is trying to educate them. So, like I said, if they have no clue what you're talking about, you want to give them just a summary of what it is we do. And I've been seeing this one, I'm like, there's many network marketing companies out there. And mine specifically is designed around health and wellness products, skincare, and we just launched an entire keto product line. Our flagship product is the wrap, and it's the only one of its kind, and you can only get it from distributors like myself. And then I list some other popular companies, because once they hear these names, then it kind of clicks in their head what you're talking about. I want to get choked to death. Other popular companies you may have heard of include Mary Kay, Amway, Lavelle, Unique, Avon, etc. What comes to mind when you think of these types of companies? So if they have no idea what you're talking about, if you kind of give them some examples, they'll kind of, then they start thinking. And then I'll actually even tell them, if they do kind of know, but not for sure, it just kind of depends on how they respond. I can give you guys like exactly what I send people, but I don't send the exact same thing every time because it depends on kind of what they say. I had a girl yesterday that was like, she's like, yeah, you're talking about like those It Works girls that send me messages all the time on Messenger, and I'm like, well, I'm an It Works girl. So I talk a little bit more about the company. I'm like, I partner with a company called It Works Global. We are a faith-based company with over 40 products, daily supplements, a skincare line, hair vitamins, things for energy, essential oils, and our flagship product, the wrap, that tones, tightens, and firms the skin. Basically, instead of stocking the products in a store, they give us the ability to launch our own business and make extra income. You can run your business online, by word of mouth, etc. I know firsthand that making an extra $200 to $500 a month can change so much for someone. That's more than attainable in this company. The sky's the limit, honestly. Does that sound like something you'd be a part of? And if you want these messages, I have them saved. But so if they have no clue what you're talking about, educate them. Tell them what it is you do. And mention maybe some other companies that are similar, and just kind of see what they think about it. Okay, so if they do know what you're talking about and they start making comments like it's a pyramid scheme, or my grandma sold Avon, and her house was full of crap all over the place and blah, 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 blah. Like, again, you want to educate them because they don't understand fully what it is you do. And you can respond by saying, a true pyramid scheme involves signing people up and under you, and you get paid for just them signing up. And the company really offers no services or products. They don't offer any services or products. We offer a variety of products to our customers, and I don't get a dime for you signing up because we don't. If you sign up a distributor, their kit is worth no volume whatsoever, so you get nothing when somebody signs up and under you. The work that I put in determines my paycheck, not the work that you do and under me. And a couple examples, our brand new number 2 income earner in our company just passed up her enroller. Jade Hooper is her enroller, and if you guys will hear Jade Hooper's name a lot because she has some really good training videos on YouTube. And Jade is she's in the top 20. I don't know exactly where she is. I know she was like number 7 or 8 back in February. But this girl was in under her and she just passed her up. So a true pyramid scheme, the idea of it is you get paid by signing all these people up and under you, and they kind of get the shaft, more or less. That's not how our company works. Like, you can pass up your enroller. I mean, it's very doable, and it happens a lot. Christina Watts is another really popular. She's a top earner in the company, and you'll see her name a lot too. She actually signed up and under her sister, and Christina is a rank higher than her sister. Christina is an ambassador, and her sister is still a presidential. She might have actually went ambassador here recently. But like, Christina just blew past her. So you can't just, signing people up and under you really doesn't benefit you if you're not working just as hard as they are or harder. Like, they can pass you up. So, like, you determine your income in this business. It's not a pyramid scheme. We offer products. If you look up pyramid scheme, if you will Google pyramid scheme, it will tell you that it is a company that offers no products or services, and you get paid based on how many people you recruit. So, like, if I get $10 for every person I recruit, I mean, that's what I don't even know. Like, I need to find a really good example of a company that actually done that, because it really makes no sense to me, like, why anybody would even sign up for something like that when you have no products or services to offer anybody. I don't know, but we're not a pyramid scheme. And also, the comment, like, they said, if they say, yeah, my grandma sold Avon, and her house was full of crap. You mentioned then that our company is not, it's not required for you to keep inventory. Like, the only thing you need on hand is some wraps to sell, if you even do that. If you do parties, a lot of parties, you might want to have a few things just for samples, but you don't have to have a house full of product, because our customers get their products from the website and it ships straight to them. We don't have to carry anything on hand. So that's another good thing about our company. So after you have talked your way through with them, and they kind of have an idea now of what direct marketing is and kind of what our company is, and they understand that a little bit more, the next thing you want to do is find out their why. So, you're going to ask them, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Do you have kids? Where do you work? And what would an extra $600 a month do for you and your family? And this training video I watched, she said, don't do like 500 or 1,000. Like, make it kind of like a random number, because it doesn't seem so cliche, I guess. I don't know. So you just ask them, tell me about yourself. Where do you work? What do you do? How would an extra $600 a month help you and your family? And the reason you want to know why that they're seeking your help, or why they want to be a part of this, is because you're going to use their why against them later on. Okay, and we'll get to that here in a minute. But you need to know why they want to be a part of this. And then you want to share your why with them also, so you can relate to them. And it's important to remember that we all aren't ambassadors yet, obviously. So we don't have a big, wild success story about how, we started from, like Alyssa Bayou, whatever her name, I can't even never pronounce her last name. But she was on food stamps. She was a teen mom. She was on food stamps and government assistance. And now she is an ambassador, making bukus and bukus of money. She's a top earner. That's a really good story. Like, if somebody told me that, I went from food stamps to living in a mansion, like, I'd be like, okay, sign me up. But we don't have those kind of stories yet. So you share what this business is going to do for you. Like, that this business is going to be able to give you that extra $400 or $500 a month, and how that is going to change your family, your life. So you need to come up with your why. If you don't have your why typed up or written out or wrote down somewhere, you need to do that as soon as possible, because sharing your why is going to get people to gain they're going to gain your trust, or you're going to gain their trust, more was what I meant to say. Because they can relate to you and they can understand, you're just like them, and you're a real person. I've got asked before, if I use my Facebook business page, I get asked all the time if I'm a robot, because, I guess a lot of people use those on those business pages, and where it automatically like messages you, and they get asked, like, I've been asked twice in the last 2 weeks for me to send a selfie of me holding one of the products up, so they know I'm a real person. Like, seriously, they don't, you have to connect with them so they understand that you're real, because there's a lot of scam artists out there. People, it does seem too good to be true. I mean, this opportunity does seem like that. That's why you got to kind of talk them through it, so they understand, what's going on, and they know what's expected of them. Let's see. Okay, so after you have explained to them what direct marketing is, why they want to join, why they need that extra money a month, and you've connected with them and shared them your why, the next thing you want to do is you want to tell them what you do on a daily basis to work your business and see if they can fit it into their schedule. So the message I've been sending is I post on Instagram and Facebook 3 to 4 times a day about my life, the products, and the business opportunity. I also add a lot of friends and followers daily. I follow other moms, women, college students, etc. Just like I'm texting you right now, this is what I do all day long. I attend team trainings a couple times a week and also catch up with other trainings daily on YouTube. I also follow up and check check my calendar for who told me that they was ready to order or join on a certain day. Do you think you could fit this into your daily schedule now? So you really want to give them a rundown of what you do every single day, and give them an idea of what you do, because if you sign people up and they have no expectations of what they're supposed to be doing, they're probably not going to do it. So you've got to explain to them, this is what you got to do every day. If you want to make $600 extra a month for your family, you've got to do these types of things every single day. So after you got to that point, here comes the excuses. This is when you're going to use their why against them and give them a little tough love. A lot of people are going to say, well, I don't have time for this. I'm busy. I'm a single mom and I work. Well, I do too. Okay. So you're going to say, you're going to say, well, you told me you wanted to do this so that you could afford to put your daughter in dance classes and be able to take your family on vacation. You told me you didn't want to work 3 jobs anymore so you could spend more time with your family. I think finding an hour or 2 a day to dedicate to your business is well worth getting rid of the struggles you're currently facing. So whatever their why is, what they told you, why they need this, you're going to flip it and use it against them, is how I'm explaining it. So, explain that to them, and then say, now tell me what your daily schedule is like. Like, what is your typical Thursday? What does it look like? From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, hour by hour, tell me what you do, because I want to see if this is possible for you. And let them explain to you what they do. Like, they get up at this time, they get the kids to school at this time, they get to work at this time. Did they get a lunch break? When they get off work, what's the first thing they do? When they pick the kids up, do the kids have practices to go to? Do they come home and cook dinner? What all do they do? What time do they go to bed? And when you kind of get that, the idea of what they do, then tell them, okay, when you wake up in the morning, Tiffany Hurd gets up an hour earlier every morning just so she can sit and work her business for an hour before her day even starts. So for an hour, she wakes up, checks messages, that she's got during the night, responds to people, posts on social media, whatever that she has to do. And then, during your lunch break, a lot of people work during their lunch break. So just find loopholes in their schedule, and show them, like, look, you can do this. And if you guys were on that Zoom last night, it was Kay Souter, as Pam's daughter was talking about, she sets limitations. Like, she knows that she works her business on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and she knows exactly what time, and, like, she has it set. Like, I have 2 hours. This is when I'm going to do what I got to do. So you got to kind of get a schedule set. If you guys have never heard of a 6 list, it's something we talk about a lot. Your 6 list is just a list of 6 things that you're going to accomplish every single day. And you want to have it wrote down. There's apps you can use, like a little checklist you can use on your phone. And I can show you guys an app that's like that. But you want to have 6 things you do every single day, good intentional work to go towards your business. And that could be following so many people on Instagram, adding so many people on Facebook, posting so many times a day, messaging 10 new people a day, watching 1 training video on YouTube a day, whatever it may be. You come up with 6 things, and that's what you have to do every single day. And you can do more, but you have to at least do those 6 things every single day, because there might be days when your schedule is a little more free and you can do more than just the 6 things. So get them to tell you their schedule, and you help them figure out a way that they can fit this in, and tell them what you do. You'd be like, I'm a single mom too. I work a full-time job, or, whatever it is you do, be like, I'm busy too. We're all busy, but we're willing to make sacrifices. Maybe we won't watch our Netflix shows all evening, and we'll spend some time working our business instead. Like, you've got to find, things that you're willing to give up to, in order to fit this business into your life. Here's another example I had of a message I sent. I'm like, I understand your doubts and fears. I had them too, but I know you don't think you will have, and I know you don't think you'll have time for this, but I also know you're tired of struggling. You're tired of working for minimum wage. Isn't getting rid of those struggles worth finding time for this business? I go to work full time. I'm a single mom, but I was willing to make time for this because I knew if I made the time, I would make the money. Okay, and as you're talking to people, I had a girl the other day, like I just had literally started talking to her, and she's like, "What does it cost?" You completely ignore that, okay? If they come straight out of the gate wanting to know what it costs, just ignore it. Um, see, I lost my place. Okay, so ignore them if you can, and just ask the next question. Just keep going on down the line. Find out what they know about network marketing, why they want to join, and all that. Just kind of ignore them, and if they keep on being really persistent with it, then I just kind of tell them, I've got to figure out, before we even talk about that, I've got to know firsthand if this is the right fit for you. Like, if you're going to be able to fit, on my team, and this is going to work for you before we even get to that part. Like, I've got to know that this is going to work for you. Because if you tell them how much it costs before they fully understand the opportunity, it's going to turn them away. Before they fully understand everything we have to offer, the bonuses we have to offer, and all that kind of thing. As soon as people hear it's $99, they're like, shoop, and they just quit. So do your best to avoid that. So if they ask it, just act like you didn't even see that message and just ask them something else that has nothing, just keep it going on down the line. So once you figure out, once they understand what network marketing is, why they want to join, and you've explained to them, they know what's expected of them. You've explained to them what you do on a daily basis, and they understand what they got to do. Then you start talking about what it costs. Make sure that you're aware of all the current promos and deals going on, so you can add that to your conversation, because it just kind of sweetens the deal. Show them the income chart. Let them look at it and see the numbers, what's possible, the incomes that are possible in this company. Tell them about the $1,000 and $5,000 bonuses we have going on. Tell them how they'll get a $100 shopping spree by getting 4 customers in 30 days. Tell them that they can get unlimited $100 bonuses by bringing in new team members and helping them get their first 2 customers. That's their fast start bonuses. And like right now, they can get $450 in product for $99 when they join. When our company does these kinds of promotions, it makes our job a lot easier, because as you're talking to people, and the money part is what's really hung them up. When a deal like this comes out, that's the people you want to message first and be like, listen, $99, hello, you're getting $450 in product. So you definitely want to keep an active list of people you've talked to that have been interested. And you need to follow up with them pretty often, like at least once a week. Follow up with them. And then especially when we have deals like this, you got to follow up with them. So in summary, the first thing you got to do is you got to reach out to people and get them in your inbox. So you either got to get creative with the posts you're putting on your Facebook or Instagram stories. You got to have some really creative posts to get their attention. Or my meeting's about to end here. Let me go back. There we go. Or you got to message them directly. Like, don't be afraid to message people, especially if you just think that they'll be really good at this. Or if they're close family and friends, especially if you're just starting out, like, message people and be like, hey, would you be interested in making money on social media with me? Make sure you find out what they know about direct sales and educate them on what they don't know. Find out why they want to join. Share your why with them and connect, make a connection with them. Explain to them what you actually do on a daily basis and find a way for them to fit it into their schedule. Show them the income possibilities. Show them the deals we have going on or the bonuses. Show them the income chart. Explain the cost and how they can sell their wraps to cover it. Make sure they know that you can sell your wraps, and right now you're getting 6 instead of 4, and you can sell them for $25 each. So you're going to cover the cost of your investment if you sell those wraps. Plus, you're going to gain some potential customers by doing that. Help them find a way to make it happen. And reach out to me if you're stuck. Send me screenshots. If you have no idea what to respond with, don't respond. Send me a screenshot, and I'll help you, with what you need to say back to them. And if they're just being rude, like giving you fits, and they keep making fun of like the company or making fun of you, and they're just being a total turd, like, don't try to convince them. Just block them and move on. Like, don't waste your time on stupid people, okay? Because I get them all the time. I just block them and I move on. Don't worry about it. You can't force people to see what you have to offer. Some people are just, they're not, they don't, I don't know, they can't comprehend. If they really want this, they'll find a way to make it happen. And my favorite quote is come from Stephanie Dunn. It's some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? Like, don't get hung up on people that are just, difficult. Like, just move on. Don't worry about them. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video right now because it's getting ready to end.